A very interesting part in this chapter is the functioning of the human eye. Now we all have eyes. That's the reason we are sitting and watching this video, which is online. Now there are many of them who are deprived of eyes. Okay, but there are many of us among us, maybe our grandparents, parents, friends, relatives, brother, sister, who have spectacles to be worn, who cannot see clearly, who cannot see nearby objects clearly, who cannot see far off objects clearly. So we'll get detailed information about all this and what are these defects called as. Okay. So how the human eye functions. So this is your eye. Diameter of the eye is around 2.4 centimeter. Okay, the diameter of the eye. This is called as your cornea. So if you see, this is your cornea. Cornea is a thin, transparent membrane bulging outwards. So this cornea of yours is very thin. It's very, slim and very thin, very delicate, and it's transparent and it is bulging in the outward direction. Maximum refraction of light takes place from this cornea. So whatever refraction takes place, like the image obviously is from behind. So on the retina, all your images are formed. Now you know what is retina further. So maximum refraction takes place from the cornea. So suppose there is light passing through this, it passes through the iris. So this is your iris. You can see this part in your eye which contracts and relaxes. Behind the cornea, there is a dark fleshy screen which is called as your iris. Now your pupil. Inside your iris, there is another black color small thing that is called as your black color small dark circle is called as your pupil. Pupil is opening of the changing of the diameter at the center of the iris. So if there is too much of light or less light, the pupil dilates and changes its diameter. What does the iris do? It regulates the amount of light entering the eye. So it takes care of our eyes by managing how much light has to go to the retina. It imparts color to the eye as well. In bright light, the pupil contracts, and if the light is dim, the pupil widens. Okay, so whenever too much of light is put in your eye, if you can even check this, put some torch and watch that your eye, how the pupil, it becomes small when there is too much of light. If the light is dim, the pupil becomes wide. Tendency of the pupil to adjust the opening, this is called as adaptation. This can come for fill in the blanks. Tendency of the pupil which adjusts its opening of the light according to the light is called adaptation. Now if you see here, this is different ways how your pupil contracts and relaxes. Different color of eyes is because of different color of the iris. So everyone have different eye color. Eye lens is transparent double convex lens, and this behind is your retina. Very important, the screen on which the image is formed. So whatever you see, if you see a cupboard on your retina, a laptop is not formed, a cupboard only is formed. If you see a laptop, you will see on your retina a laptop image is formed. So you will see a laptop only, you will not see anything else. So the screen on which the image is formed on the eye, in the eye, is called as your retina. Very important. Okay. It's light sensitive screen made up of light sensitive cells. These cells get activated upon illumination. So when it is illuminated, matlab light वगैरह कुछ गिरना मांगता है, then only it is, चालू हो जाता है the retina's functionality, and then we can see whatever we are seeing in front of our eyes. Two kinds of sensitive cells the retina has: rods and cones. Rods, this is some extra knowledge. Rods are responsible for adjusting our eyes to different intensities of light. So whatever lights are there, however it is, it adjusts itself, and cones are responsible for the perception of color. So we come to know because of the cones in our retina what color we are watching. Optic nerve carries electrical signals to the brain. Now, eye has to get connected to the brain, right? So if we are watching television, So the eye's optic nerve gives a signal to the brain that अरे television देख रहा है ये लड़का या लड़की जो भी है. So obviously, if your optic nerve is functioning well, it will give the right signal. If it is not functioning well, it will give the wrong signal. Similarly, if our optic nerve functions well, but sometimes we see certain things and think something else about it. So that means your optic nerve actually is not functioning well. Okay, suppose you see a boy who's dark in color and then you try to tease him. Okay, so that means your optic nerve is not functioning well. You are thinking something else. The only thing you have to think is your optic nerve is giving you a signal that this person has a dark complexion. That's it. You have not to tease him or talk nonsense about his skin color. That means your optic nerve doesn't function well. So if you feel that ऐसा कुछ हो रहा है, that means think about it. Optic nerve में कुछ तो problem है. Then your aqueous humor and your eye lens and your vitreous humor. Then your blind spot. Okay, there is a blind spot also in your eye where what happens is there is no light which comes on that. No vision happens on that part of your eye. It is somewhere which is covering your optic nerve. Ciliary muscles, these are which change thickness of eye lens while focusing. So when we make our eyes bigger or smaller, okay, the thickness changes. Then this is your muscles of the eye. Then your sclerotic coat. This is some extra knowledge. And your choroid. Okay, so I hope you all understood what is a human eye and all its parts. Now you might get in the exam questions where they'll tell you to draw the human eye. Now we learn a very simple way how to draw a human eye. Watch this. First what you do is just put a dot and take around 3.5 centimeter or 3.3, 3.4 centimeter something. Okay. Draw a circle. Once you draw a circle, what next? Just take it exactly 3.3. You can take it 3.45, but just take 3.3 to get a perfect measurement. This will be your circle. Then after you take 3.3 here, take your compass and extend it up to 3.6. Draw another circle. Okay. And then just erase this part, which is on the left. Just draw these lines like this here. Let me just give a spotlight to this. Draw these lines. After you erase this part, just make this curve here like this. Make an oval here. Join this. Go step by step. If you want, keep pausing the video and doing it so that you come to know. Join this part and then from interior under say make another long circle and make this like a cat. Cat का आँख रहता है वैसा करो इधर. This is तेरा optic nerve का जगह बनाना है and just give a covering here. So if you see, so simply we have made step by step. Like the outer portion of the eye तो ready है. अभी सब detailing में जाना है. This is your muscles which were below also. इसको dotted line कर देना. फिर नीचे से join करना है. इसको नीचे भी muscle होना चाहिए. Optic nerve का exit भी होना चाहिए. So this is your cornea. Cornea बन गया. Pupil बन गया. Iris ये part जो है वो iris है वो भी बन गया. Eye lens ये oval जो बीच में है that also is done. Ciliary muscles भी हो गया. This is your retina, the interior part. ये cat eye जो form होते हैं. ये अपना blind spot है, one of the cat eyes. तो यहाँ से एक ओपनिंग बना लो ऑप्टिक नर्व के लिए. डन. सो इजी. सो जस्ट रिवाइंड दिस वीडियो एंड इफ यू वांट फिर से करो एंड स्टेप बाय स्टेप करते जाओ. इट विल बी वेरी सिंपल टू understand. I'm sure if you do it step by step. Okay, we'll go to the next part. The power of accommodation. Power of accommodation means what? Capacity of a lens to change its focal length as per need. मतलब every lens has to change its focal length according to the need. Now for example we are using specs, सबका same number नहीं रहता है, so we have to do changes in the lens, right, according to whatever number you have. So that is your power of accommodation. Some people can't see far objects clearly, some people can't see nearby objects clearly, so वो lens में अपना आँख का correction हो जाता है. So Far objects, suppose there is a person here who wants to see a far object clearly. So what happens to his eye? Image obviously has to be formed on the retina. तो क्या हो गया actually? The image is coming on the pupil, but it is not forming on the retina. So हम लोग क्या करते हैं? A certain contraction. ये आँख में contraction नहीं होते. This happens in your lens. That is your specs. What you are putting. So while seeing objects at large infinite distances, the lens of the eye becomes flat and its focal length increases. Okay. So this is your functioning of the eye. Nobody functions it for you. Automatically this happens. But suppose this doesn't happen, that means you have an eye defect. And this eye defect can be solved with spectacles. Okay. I hope you all understood. Now, suppose there is a nearby object. What happens to the pupil? The lens becomes more rounded and its focal length decreases. Minimum distance of distinct vision or least distance of distinct vision मतलब क्या? Minimum distance of an object from a normal eye at which it's clearly visible without stress is called minimum distance. That means an object should be at least 25 centimeters far from your eye so that you can see it clearly. Okay. Some of them vision is very good. They can see more further objects also clearly. But कम से कम 25 centimeter होना चाहिए. Then only you'll be able to see the object clearly. Now, what is the similarity between a camera and a human eye? Okay, this is a photographic camera if you see, and this is your human eye. So what a camera does, there is an aperture in the camera, or हमारे human eye में there is a pupil. So both controls the amount of light. Lens in the camera and eye lens we also have. Okay, what happens? Convergence of light happens here. Then the next one, there is a photographic film here, and we too have a retina where the image is formed. Image formation. Okay, so we'll go to the next part. See, every eye is not as perfect as every other eye. That means, suppose we have eyes which are perfect, we can see everything clearly, nearby further objects up clearly. That doesn't mean everyone else. Everyone else also some or the other defects hai aankh mein. Sometimes there's too much of strain falling on the eye and all. So that's the reason we use spectacles. Now we will learn about whatever defects are there in our, not our eyes, but suppose we feel such type of defects or such type of discomfort while watching something. That means with this lecture we'll come to know what is the defect or what is the issue that we have, because of which we cannot see certain objects clearly if it is far or if it is nearby to us. So first one is your myopia, which is your nearsightedness. Now this is your normal eye. Suppose there is light coming or you want to see this boy, क्या होता है? Normal eye में image is formed. Okay, you can see the boy. But suppose there is a defected eye. This defect arises due to the elongation of the eyeball and excessive curvature of cornea. Okay, so if you see यहाँ पे eyeball बड़ा है, okay, it elongates, the eyeball becomes big, and there is a curvature in the cornea. So suppose there is a boy standing here. So if you see here, the image which is formed before the retina. So retina के पहले अगर image form होगा तो we cannot see the image clearly, right? Image what we can see clearly is only what falls on the retina. So the light rays from a distant object arriving at the eye lens gets converged at a point in front of the retina. Retina के front में होगा तो कुछ दिखाई नहीं देगा clearly. Correction कैसे करते हैं? We use specs, and because of the specs we can see the object clearly. अभी वो specs में कौन सा lens डालना है? Concave lens डालना है, because it has to diverge. Now focal length, that depends on where the image is formed. So in myopia, what happens? Nearby objects you can see clearly, but far away objects we cannot see clearly. Light rays from a distant object gets converged at a point in front of the retina, and this defect arises due to elongation of eyeball and curvature of cornea, and eye lens increases. So curvature agar increase hoga, so image is formed before, corrected using a concave lens. Next comes is hypermetropia, फार साइटेडनेस. अभी हाइपरमेट्रोपिया में क्या होता है? दिस इज योर नॉर्मल आई. नॉर्मल आई में क्या होता है, बराबर रेटिना पे इमेज आता है, देन वी कैन सी एवरीथिंग क्लियरली. बट अ डिफेक्टेड आई, what happens? Light rays from a nearby object arriving at the eye gets converged at a point behind. So retina के पीछे अगर कौन सा ये आया, ओके. नाउ इन द प्रीवियस, इन मायोपिया में रेटिना के पहले इमेज फॉर्म होते हैं, इन हाइपरमेट्रोपिया रेटिना के पीछे फॉर्म होते हैं. So what we do is we put a convex lens. So when we put a convex lens, the image is brought ahead and it falls exactly on the retina. So if we take it as, suppose this is your okay. Yes. So suppose this is in red, that is your eye. So now using a convex lens, we can exactly see that the image is formed on the retina. Okay. But suppose here, if it is a defected eye, the image is formed behind the retina. So if you see, the image is formed somewhere this side, right? Either image form हो रहा है. So which is of no use. It has to form exactly on the retina. Let's continue. So in hypermetropia, what happens? Far away objects are not clear, nearby objects are clear. In myopia, far away objects are clear and nearby objects are not clear. So this defect arises due to flattening of the eyeball, मतलब eyeball छोटा हो जाता है, and curvature of cornea and eye lens decreases. It is used, corrected with using a convex lens. Next comes this presbyopia, that is old age hypermetropia. Presbyopia means those who are above 40 years of age, the old people. Not let 40 के ऊपर ही सब old है, but after 40 the vision हल्का हल्का it starts slightly reducing. So far away objects are clear, but nearby objects are sometimes unclear. So muscles near the lens lose the ability to change the focal length. So lose the ability means because of age. So nearby 25 centimeters shifts further from the eye. So you put a convex lens and this gets solved. So there are some people who develop a combination of myopia and presbyopia. They get myopia issue also. They get a problem of presbyopia also. So they can't see nearby objects also clearly and far by objects also clearly. So such type of people, a bifocal lens is used. So upper part is concave and lower part is convex type. So if your grandparents and all, if you see their specs, it is there. There are two types. Okay, let's continue. Let's learn about a compound microscope. You must have seen this type of a microscope in your school laboratory. What is its function? The functions are almost same like whatever we have learned in our ray diagrams. Now we will see which application this applies itself in. Suppose this is your object which you have to see. It has a smaller focal length and this is your eyepiece. Eyepiece matlab from where you see. This has a small aperture. This has a larger aperture. So बड़े से हम लोग छोटे को देखते हैं. If you draw it in the form of a ray diagram, this is f1, this is your object, parallel, then passes through f2, convex lens में, and then passes through optical center, image is bigger. Same thing, और एक अभी ये छोटा लेंस है, अभी एक बड़ा लेंस अगर यूज करेंगे, from here this diverges and then we see a much bigger image, that is this part I'm talking about. From here it comes and here is your image, but this image we want to see more bigger, no? So if you want to see more bigger, we use another lens. And then this light passes through here, then from here, and this you can see a large image is formed this side. So this large image, if it meets, both these lines meet. So they meet at this point. So this is exactly almost where your eyepiece is, okay? From where you're seeing the image there only, from there only you'll be able to see the larger image of it. Now suppose your object is between f1 and 2f1 here, and then f1 and O, same thing what we did before. Now compound microscope. 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter here. Suppose your object is at 1.5 centimeter. Same application we apply, passes here and passes through the focus, and then this is your image that is formed. Okay, now suppose we are using another convex lens because we want to see there only where the image is, where the object is, वहीं पे हम लोग को image देखना है. तो these two here. अभी ये क्या होता है compound microscope में, a lens is here, lens is here, and here is your eyepiece. That means यहाँ object है और यहाँ से हम लोग देख रहे हैं. ओके, यहाँ से देखेंगे तो ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ आएगा, तो ये छोटा ऑब्जेक्ट जो है वो बड़ा दिखेगा. ओके, so this is the application which a compound microscope uses. Okay, just some extra knowledge, you don't need to worry about this. So you must have read or heard about the telescopes which are there, which we watch planets and stars and everything that's in space. So what application does it apply? We'll just learn about this. See, all these things in diagram, it won't come, but what application is applied in it, we'll get to know it only through watching the diagram. Okay, so in a telescope, they are reflecting mirrors and lenses, and they are refracting lenses also, because objects are almost at infinity. Okay, so this is your object and your eyepiece. So object has a super large focal length. Okay, so eyepiece is very small, because the more small, the more large we can see, a magnified image we can see. You take it this as your diagram. Okay, suppose your object is here, PQ, same way it is passing, how it passes, and there is your other lens, eyepiece is here, passes. So from this eyepiece, it shows that kitna bhi dur ho, with the telescope we can see the particular image. Now telescope we can draw with the ray diagram like this. We take 3 centimeter. This is not important, there's some extra knowledge. Okay, we take 3 centimeter on the left and right. Same like how convex lens passes through the optical center, and then here also we pass it, and here's your eyepiece, and then both these go towards infinity. Okay, always remember, in telescope में infinity की तरफ जाता ही है. Okay, very important point. Image formed on the retina of an eye does not fade away instantaneously, but its impression remains on the retina for 1/16 second, 16th of a second. Matlab, now suppose suddenly you see something passing through your vision, even it has gone, that image remains in your retina for 1/16 second. Okay, and that image, it is saved in your brain, so you will be able to save it because of your optic nerve, even after the object is not in front of you. This sensation is called as persistence of vision. So if you see a good example of persistence of vision, this is moving. So you can continuously see the pigeon inside because it is saved in your retina. Still images of a moving object are flashed on the eye at a rate faster than 16 per second. This eye is perceiving this object as moving. Okay. Movie or program that we see are actually a number of separate still pictures in proper sequence. Okay, so all pictures together, these are in a sequence. That's the reason we'll be able to see it clearly. This is the olden times camera, which they used to take 24 images per second. So when they take 24 images in 1 second, it looks like a movie only. olden cameras. Cinematographers used to use this. Right. So I hope you all understood this chapter well. If you'll have any doubts, just go through again. And if you'll have any doubts, you can ask me in our offline lecture. Okay. Take care, everyone. See you all in the next lecture. Bye.